is a really cute town in Tipperary County with only a population of 5,000 gentle souls and still unspoiled by tourism, and is a really good example of a real Irish town. So finally we arrived here at Cashel, and the bus stop is literally right across from the tourist information office, and that is the first place you should visit because it is where you can briefly drop off your luggage free of charge. They did warn me they're not responsible for losses, but I'm pretty sure everything will be just fine. There's also, you can pick up some tourist maps and brochures, but I don't want to waste any time. With that being said, let's go and check out what the Rock has to offer. The town name means Stone Right Fort, referring to the town's most famous attraction, the Rock of Cashel. A spectacular archaeological site consists of a medieval complex on a hilltop overlooking the town. Now, if you want to visit the magnificent architecture and want to support the local economy, you can kill two birds with one stone by spending 15 euros at many of the local business, and your admission will be free. Sweet. So there's a little bit of a hike, but it's not that bad. And look like we have reached the Rock of Cashel. The Rock of Cashel was a traditional seat of the King of Kingdom of Munster for many hundreds of years prior to the invasion of Ireland by the Anglo-Norman took place in the late 12th century. The entire plateau on which the building and the graveyard lie on is walled, and in the ground around the building has an extensive graveyard including a number of high crosses. The Rock of Cashel is definitely the most undoubtedly famous castle here in Ireland. It's also known as St. Patrick's Rock or King of Cashels. Now, according to a local legend, this rock actually originated 30 kilometers away from Cashel, called Devil's Bite. When St. Patrick's banished the Satan from a cave, it landed right here. So today is called the Rock of Cashel. Do I believe in this legend? I'm not too sure, but I do know I want to check this out. It is absolutely gorgeous. The fortress was donated to the church in 1101 by King Mayor Charles O'Brien. Sadly, few remnants of the early structure survived. The majority of the building on the current site was dated from 12th to the 13th century, the oldest being 28 meters high round tower restored in 1874 to 1875. The structure was constructed using the dry stone method and made from coarse sandstone with limestone in the lower section. The largest structure is a cathedral, a large cruciform Gothic church without aisles built between 1235 to 1270. The cathedral witnessed many bloodsheds and violence throughout the ages. In 1491, Gerard Moore Fitzgerald torched it, and it was the cathedral that townsfolk sought refuge from mirage of burnings in 1647. The cathedral's choir is a final resting place of Archbishop Miller McGrath, known to the history as Scoundrel of Cashel, for having switched from Catholicism to Protestantism. Another important structure is Cormac's Chapel, named after King Cormac MacCarthy, who commissioned it. It is one of the earliest and the best preserved example of early Irish Romantic architectures. The construction began in 1127 and was consecrated in 1134. The exterior was decorated with round arches and chevron designs, and a steep pitched roof is typical of the 12th century Irish styles. Placed at the western wall of the nave is a 12th century sarcophagus into the body of Tag MacCarthy, the brother of MacCormac, which is supposed to be placed. The front panel of the tomb is partially damaged, but its intricate carving are in good state of preservation. Carving predicts a beast intertwined with a Scandinavian urn style, and the form is created by the creature that is said to represent the concept of the eternal life. Unless you're coming here to pick up some lovely Irish ladies, you probably only need a couple of hours or half a day. But that's not in my plan. Don't forget to pick up your luggage at the Tourist Information Center. They close around 5:30, so don't be late.